What's happening YouTube? What's happening YTBC? So some might get a little bit sensitive about the fact that, certain opinions have been made about certain fighters on the internet. And then some guys will be quick to make their little defense videos of certain fighters, as they usually do, because their feelings are getting hurt or their feelings have been hurt for whatever reason. They're not able to actually take the fact that somebody can criticize their favorite fighters. If you have that mindset, I think you probably need to start reevaluating your existence on the internet. And why do I say that? You see, some of you are so quick to sort of go into defense mode. Oh, I called your fighter a bit of a bitch. I called your fighter a bit of a pussy. You get all caught up in your feelings because your favorite fighter is your existence on the YTBC or existence on YouTube. I couldn't give a shit now about certain fighters, about certain people's opinions about certain fighters. It doesn't really make any difference. At the end of the day, all I want to see is fighters fight. I don't want to hear fighters give excuses about the fact they're not earning enough money, the fact that, they need to have fights in their country or they have to fight in their backyard. I don't want to hear that shit. All I want to see and all I want to hear is the fighter step up to the fighter and say, what's up? Do you want to do this? Do you want to go? That's all I want to see. I respect certain fighters who have the balls to actually go away from their comfort zone and actually go to places and actually fight. Whether it's in their country or whether it's in another country, it makes no difference to me. As long as they want to fight, they want to fight. Fighters like James DeGale, fighters like Tyson Fury, fighters who just want to just get in there and fight. Even GGG, I give him his just due. Yes, his team are a bit of an, fucking jokes with some of the shit they say, but at least the fighter actually wants to fight. You have to give him that credit. Even though he's fighting a load of B-class, C-class fighters, he actually wants to fight. So you've got to give him credit there. I just don't like the fact that he's been elevated to a esteemed status that he doesn't deserve. Not at this stage anyway, until he actually done something. But fighters like Billy Joe Saunders who are going to cry about people making opinions on them on the internet, that's the thing that just pisses me right off. You see, I'm not going to make videos towards other YouTubers, other guys on YouTube. I can't be, in terms of being negative towards their opinion. I'm not going to do that. Because at the end of the day, it is the internet. But when a fighter is actually going to make his opinion as gospel and disparage people on the internet who actually pay, some of these guys actually pay to actually watch these fuckers fight, and they want to disparage people's opinions, I say fuck them. This is exactly what, where I lose my temper. I say, no, you're not going to fucking say that. Every fucking motherfucker's opinion on the internet matters. Whether I agree with them or not, their opinion matters. If you're talking directly, specifically about the fighter, then fine. You're talking specifically about the fighter. But when the fighter starts going on about the fact that, there's nobody's on the internet, saying making opinions and all that kind of shit, I don't give a fuck. That fighter is gonna get it. People like Amir Khan, people like Billy Joe Saunders, people like Keith Thurman, fighters, your job is to fight. I don't give a fuck anything else that you do. I don't care about what's happening behind the scenes. At the end of the day, if you want me as a consumer to pay to watch you as a fighter, whether to go to the event or whether to pay on pay-per-view, you better shut the fuck up, keep your fucking opinions to yourself, and focus your opinion on your opponent, not on the guys on the internet, not on the public. No, you're getting paid to fight. So if I say you're a bitch, you're a bitch. There's no point in you trying to fucking rebuttal what I'm saying as a fighter. Your job is to concentrate on fighting the guy, who's supposed to be able to elevate you into a grandiose status. That's your job. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Don't worry about what the next internet guy or the guy next, fan is saying. That doesn't matter. The fan is paying their money to see you win, lose, or draw. It doesn't make any difference. So their opinion you shouldn't be so sensitive like a bitch, worrying about people's opinions. And fanboys, the same goes with you. You're so fucking caught up on these fighters, worrying about their well-being and their status. You cannot oversee the big picture here, where fighters can actually disparage other people on the internet, on the YouTube, and call them virtually nobodies. Oh, you're sitting behind this computer. Fuck you. If you can't see that, I don't give a fuck if you love your favorite fighter. I couldn't give a shit. I'm going to disparage your favorite fighter, and if you don't like it, get off the fucking internet and go and put on some gloves and go and fight in there with your favorite fighter, so that your favorite fighter can punch the lights out of you, and I will be happy to watch it, because he obviously gives a shit about what you think. Not. Yeah, I'm just getting fed up of people not realizing what the bigger picture is. The YTBC is a massive, powerful voice here. It doesn't matter, if it's just this fighter is talking directly to one specific uploader. It makes no difference. The fighter should be focusing on fighting, not on what's happening on the fucking internet, on what somebody's opinion is. If the fighter is so sensitive or such a bitch to be worrying about people on the internet, then that fighter ain't worth me paying my money to go and watch that fucking fighter fight. People like Tyson Fury get in the ring and actually challenge, their future opponents. Get in there. We might not like it because he might say certain things because you get oversensitive about things, but I respect that because he's a fighter. He's focusing on what matters to him, and that's fighting. Not being a bitch and worrying about fucking, what some guy said on the internet. What kind of a pussy-ass fucking fighter is that? You guys have to realize something. While you're there going back and forth at each other, you have to realize something. This fighter or certain fighters are laughing at you because they don't give a fuck about your opinion. Manny Pacquiao, they all don't give a shit. All they care about is how much they're fucking lacing off you. And if you guys can't fucking see that, then I'm sorry. There's nothing more for me to say. I am not going to defend your favorite fighter. I'm not going to give him that defense. No. Tough.